Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is Baloo. We got Baloo when he was a puppy, so he has been our family member for 2 years, and he has brought so much just joy and love and fun to our lives. I noticed right away that he had a very sensitive tummy, and that was a matter of soft stools and being a little bit picky of an eater, which was unusual for a Labrador retriever. And so when he was refusing certain foods, certain kibbles, I was very curious to just learn more about what could be going on with him. As time went on and more conversations with the vet happened, we decided to start to experiment with different foods. I'm a human nutritionist, so I was committed from the very beginning to the idea that food is such an important part of our overall health. I actually started home cooking for Baloo pretty early, but I knew that doing simple recipes at home might not provide him all the nutrients that he needed. Processed foods can be really hard for some humans and some, as it turns out, some canines. And it was maybe late 2018 or early 2019, I just saw this store called Just Food for Dogs. And it was a real kitchen where cooks were making various recipes for dogs. And so that was another kind of light bulb moment to say, oh wow, I don't need to always cook at home. So we started just experimenting with different diets. And first turning point in the negative direction is that in March of last year, he got very, very sick. Some sort of GI illness. It did lead him to be hospitalized in the emergency hospital, and for us to run a lot of tests to see if there's something else that was going on. And all the arrows came back to, or pointed back to, the fact that his GI tract was very inflamed. And so that turning point in March and then healing from that time in the hospital and losing a lot of weight was a process, because then we not only needed to recognize that even still having some kibble in the diet could potentially be causing problems, but then it was about what proteins were going to be appropriate for him to get that inflammation down. And so he started on some supplementation, but the idea was to transition him to 100% a whole foods diet. In this process, he was eating so much food, but still not able to put back on the weight. So at his lowest, he was 55.8 pounds. To give you an idea of how dramatic that is, right now he's 67 pounds. And so he's 12 pounds heavier. He looks great and he's the strong dog that he was always meant to be, but he was really weak and really thin for a while. The second turning point was really, really great because we got him on 2 Just Food for Dog diets, which are, he eats the beef and russet potato and the joint and skin. And those have just been wonderful for him. And since November of 2018, he's gained 12 pounds and kept it on.